to get this championship Sunday underway by seeing two of the players who are absolutely going head-to-head for the championship. This is the third and final round of the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open, 13th edition of this tournament. Lee So-young, she is a co-leader. Out of nowhere, she has come to shoot a 6th under first holes of the tournament. It is truly a battle of a wily veteran and a rookie sensation yet again. We have 144 million up for grabs for the winner from a combined 800 million purse, and this should be an absolutely thrilling end to the day. Ijumi, she is on the green putting for a birdie. It is a birdie that takes her to a share of third. That's right, there is lots of company for the podium position battles. She joins Kang Chaeyeon and Yi Jae-young at the top. Iron for Lee Dong-eun. Just like last week, a rookie in the hunt. And it seems only fitting when you look at this year alone on the balance that she is once again up in the title race, perhaps emboldened and maybe confident by last year's history-making win by the top two rookie race this year. Them 2 weeks in a row. Park Young and his birdie to end the front nine. She goes up to 35. She is Chaeyeon from the 13th approach on down, 144 meters. It will play a little more than 125. Left to right wind as well.
Oh, sorry.
That arrival. Down at the back of the green. Lee Jae-young, she is just off at number 12. Her second shot from around the green. Little lifted pitch and is just past the pin.
좌우 다 여유인데 왼쪽이 좀 더 좋아.
Step and approach out from the fairway. That slips like the weight was totally misjudged. That is well short and could be in trouble in the sand. So-young now up the hill and inching closer and closer. Stop about 25 centimeters shy. Birdies at 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, and now 10 for her. She is a 6-time winner, though she has not picked up a victory this season. Not a replay, but very, very similar approach shot of 14 minutes to the back. Sol to go to 11 under. That will see her join the top of the podium spots. Right to left guide. And she goes for her 6th of the day as well. A bit opposite to last week. Not to say that this is not a challenging course, but my goodness, are we seeing some incredibly low scores. Looks like to be a great bounce back for Jihan Sol from the major, where she was narrowly inside of the top 50 after missing the previous 3 cuts in the month of August. I'm starting to get the sense that we are going to see a very low score. It was a sputtering start for Lee Dong-eun, who is a former national team player and also the daughter of 2 former pros. You can say it's in the genes. They must be watching with bated breath today. A very excited and nerve-wracking few hours, I would have to wager a guess, as she is currently atop the standings after 8 holes. Looking to get some kind of confirmation, but it sounds as though we have a drifting competition. It's not the road, so acknowledge the sense of rubber that are enhancing the outcome today. The operator's job, but all the more interesting. Second shots on the 5/10th here. Appears to be bouncing along just fine. herself in it, but certainly has some work to do. It's much, much closer. Struck and quietly down over to the right. Back to 9, Kisuji. On its way and will wedge itself between the pin and the right side of the cup. Tied for third as she goes out with a 33 up to 11 under par. Tied for third at 11.
괜찮아. Our answer to what the background noise is not too distracting to the players. They've been dealing with the Incheon International Airport right beside Sky 72 here as well. See the planes in the horizon throughout the day, just as we do here on 9. fray here after not necessarily early struggles, but certainly not as scorching hot as Iso Young has been, at least in the opening 9 holes. And at 13, it is an absolute dart. Even handling the significantly more present wind gusts today. Let's see how Iso Young fares. She misses the fairway with driver, leaves her with 123, and they shot with a 9-iron. To go over the sand, keep her line, and she's done that, but I think she was feeling as though she needed a bit of extra power to cut those bunkers out of the realm of possibility. Next up, this is 11 Hun. She won 109 on her approach. Certainly in the back corner, 4 yards from the fringe and 9 yards from the back. She will stop on the fringe just beyond. Juni, an 8-iron, 153 away on 14. With a excellent little kick and some help with that left to right breeze. She sticks that very, very close and should feel as though a tap-in birdie is more than possible. Kim In Sun 7, it's 146 meters. Down the slope and gets that to pin high. So Jean looking to get to double digits under par, and she's there with a 2.5 meter putt for a birdie, 2 in her last 3 holes now. Particularly surprising to see more than a few players go off that corner today, especially as that crosswind moves to a tailwind. A lot of wiggle room in behind the flag. And in this battle with Iso Young, Lee Dong-eun has the added benefit of holes behind. She'll always know what Iso Young has done, and she has been a birdie machine in this tournament this week. An incredible 17 carded, and there's only 45 holes following this one. Starting it inside, and the speed to ensure she gave it a real go. some point. She is absolutely cruising to a top 10 finish. Into 13 with Uso Young. The 27-year-olds, only one third place finish this season. That was back at the Tucson match play. Surprising 7 cuts missed this season, though she had a solid 13th KG Ladies Open at the end of August and was tied for 31st last week. Runner-up finishes in 2023, but for Uso Young, it has been a little while since she donned the jacket at the end of a tournament and hoisted the trophy. That was, well, about 25 months ago. She won the Teuenia MBM Ladies Open. She has her work cut out for her today, excuse me. Duggan nearing the turn, already with a one-stroke advantage.
Hi.
She's 50% of the way to her maiden victory. Birdies at 3, 7, and 8, an early bogey, and she is officially out with a 34. So Young, who was deep and into the rough, passed the hole in the first 2 shots, now trying to save a par on 13. She has pretty incredible stats to her credit this year. She has made every single one of her opportunities to save par this week, tied for first 100%. And that's one way to make sure you are in the hunt for a win. Jung Soo-hee. She has not played poor golf, but she has not been birdieing, and she's starting to feel as though she's being left behind. The only person at even par from anyone in the top 22 players in the field. Jae-young on number 13. She adds a 6th birdie as well to go up to 5 for this Sunday special. And she has stole a 6 under 58 iron on the 150-meter par 3. Yards off the front, the pin is. The downslope past the hole, making club selection and speed control paramount.
카페 지나가겠습니다.
수고하셨습니다.
About 4 meters and downhill. Save a par. That was a clutch putt. So we're hovering around that podium spot. I'm sure that was the largest exhale that she has sighed today. Sun 7. 3 meters, also slightly downhill. Road with a tie for 19th finish last week at the major. And just not quite getting the read on the line. Off to the outside, and she will not be able to go any lower, at least not any lower here. On to 10, Nosumi, a 99-meter approach. Straight ahead, 29 meters past the front fringe, you know, right where that shot went. Marvelous approach. She'll be able to touch in the easiest birdie she'll have on Championship Sunday. Almost the same case for Ijumi, who's also less than half a meter from an eagle, and will take that birdie. Sixth of the round is Kim Suji, who won this tournament back in 2022. She did it with a score of 11 under. Will not be enough if she replicates that performance. That's where she is right now, and she's trailing by 3. I'll never say never, but it will take quite the change in momentum for Lee Dong-eun, who is back atop the leaderboard. She only relinquished that title for a little while, but the rookie has a 1-stroke advantage as she waits to get her back 9 underway. We had 68 players make the cut, and Osumin, the amateur, once again staring down a solid finish for her. It was a wonderful 63 yesterday to put herself at least into the conversation of potential champions here at Club 72. This is the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open. We will take a quick break and be right back out to the course when we return.
This event, like every event this season, will count towards the points in the race to the Remix Championship. We're just about 2 months away from officially being done the 2024 season. Hard to believe it is racing along so quickly. Three-tournament next week in the lead up to the Hana Financial Room Championship. A $1 billion course at the table host in Silver Valley. Live in Junggu and Incheon. A weekend that has surpassed our expectations weather-wise, as we had a blustery and drizzly start to the tournament, but blue skies yesterday and today. Wouldn't want it any other way for a title decider. No Seung-Hee. She is there or thereabouts with another birdie to go to tie for 11th. Excuse me, that 11 under par title for 4th position. Shot ends up in the rough, just as Kim Soo-ji finds herself at number 10, her 4th already. Bump and run and goes 4 feet or so past the cup.
펴지고 나가서 오늘은 거의 다 했어.
So Tani Cheon too. She was facing a birdie, but could not capitalize on it. Went 0 for 2. The birdie was never far away. Chihan Sol, who adds a 7th, on pace for a 65 in the tournament finale. 12 under par she goes. Kim Soo-ji to save a par. That moved away at the last second with a little wobble. Cost her a stroke. Time for it to come into play. 14 from the rough, it's Lee So-young. She hits the flagstick. Baby pitch. Skips over to the right. It was always going to be too quick for everybody with that type of shot. She guarantees herself par. Jung-Hee just guides this in. drop the stroke at 14, she gets it back immediately. Service touch from off the green. 2-footer for EJ on. To our leader, who after 2 shots on the par 5 10th has 88 meters to go on the approach, with the wind fairly calm here at 10. And she gets the club selection all wrong. Can't attribute it to the crosswind either, as she falls short. Down the hill, the bunker ready to punish anything more to the right than that. With the very much at her back, she is jettisoned off the rear of the green. Jimmy on the approach at 16, the final par 3 for her. Shot that is a little deep. You'd think that how downhill this hole is would make it a bit easier, but it makes it rather tough. 150, but plays much, much shorter. With the pin at the front, tough one to go on in attack. Dug in from the fringe, running it over. It's about 1.5 meters past the pin with a relatively straight from there. So E11 under at 11 and 9 iron, 116 meters. Back right of this green, and so she has successfully accomplished that. On the approach, but the birdie setup that she now has, good fall in that category. This is EJ2, just and only just clears the boulder bunker and stops on the fringe, perched up above the pin. Jeon past the end of the fairway before the reeds, but she's able to maximize that extra yardage. She ends up in the sand trap.
많이 복잡하네.
Even if this is bogey 2, she wouldn't lose the lead, and she still has control of her own destiny when you factor in the 8 holes that will succeed this. She comes awfully close, but catching a piece of the inside is not enough. Will be a second bogey, and it's another early bogey. She had 2 or 1 out the second, and a second to begin the back 9. By each with her partner on the green. So she has a little extra stick, literally figuratively. Decent setup for EG. She has been birdieing left, right, in the center, but we have to settle for par here. Smile because of the score, but a smile nevertheless. And 7 just beside the drain cover. Absolutely dialed as she plays about as good a tee shot on the par 3 16th as is possible. The only thing to make it better, of course, would be if it was a miss. Back onto the green. Soon the King 7-7's caddy was ready to pull the pin if required. option. She decides that putter is her best chance to get this close, and I'd say she made the right decision. Result we expected on this hole. To a potential surprise if Kim Cheon is unable to salvage a party at 15. And she gave it a really good go. And she needed more speed with it being an uphill putt, but as a result, she needed to be millimeter perfect on the line. As a result, she kicks out and will be conceding a stroke. The case for no so either. This is not a straightforward putt. She certainly made it look like one. Back-to-back birdies now, 4 on the day. She is tied for third at 12 under. And 7 can keep on climbing. This will bring her to 11 under. Nicely played. Not just with the putt, but how she navigated this par 4, tied for 6th at 11 under. 6 birdies in a row. Brilliant tee shot and a well-deserved birdie for Bak Yeon-gyun. Just a few too many bogeys today. 3 of them, in fact, have more or less taken her out of the running. Not the speed to reach all the way from outside of the middle of the green. Out comes the flag, in goes the ball. Reverse side of the coin, basically playing a pitching wedge off the tee. Hoping for the best. With that bogey from Lee Dong-yeon, it is Lee So-young once again sharing the top spot. She begins number 50. She's the latest victim to the inside bunker. It's an interesting hole, 15 today. Shortened considerably, but 87 was over 259. So it dares you to try and reach in one. The rewards and the risks are equally high.
Doesn't take too long. Last switched to downhill line. It's 35 on 14 and 11 under. Going for the pitching wedge instead might have been the better option. Inside 2020, as always. Chain 2. Closer than her partner, but doesn't necessarily mean it's all that close. On 16, keeping Sun 7. Just a little bit short of the required distance for birdie at the par 3. Back foot is in the same, her right foot's up on the hill. A lot of things can go wrong with a bunker shot like this one. Despite not being comfortable, it ends up being just about right. .1 on 016 for June. It's a very common, composed reaction to what is birdie 7. Had she not had that one bogey, she would be in the company of Lee Dong-Eun at the top of the table. Pitching wedge for 110. Interesting, this must be playing into the wind because it's downhill too. Seemed like a bit too much club. She's going to realize that once she finds that ball in the tall grass behind green. Long way out, but nevertheless. Emerald green, EJ Young.
this one. Good recovery from the trap on the transfer, so young to take the lead all by herself. 15. She's misjudged that putt. Too much right to left break. Will that be a moment that she moves? Never would have expected to par a 259-meter par 4, but that is tricky for a reason. This sport is tricky for a reason. Let's go to 12. Sungae might be considered a dark horse. She has been putting expertly. It's another really good try, but a bit too far out for her to positively impact the score. Penultimate hole, Juni. Trying to stay in that little valley between the top and back rides of the green. The 6-iron on 16. A bit too flat her trajectory. Lands and shoots towards the back. So much torque that she rocks back on her heels. Another player that's struggled to really go and conquer that front pin placement. Shot to get up from well past the green. And at 12, Echan followed the meandering path down to the green, but was a little bit short. No birdie for her here. Inching its way down, but as soon as she saw where that second shot went, she would probably feel as though she was in a spell of trouble. That has to be the last bogey. She's got more than enough time to right the ship once more, but she has handed the lead over to Lee So-young. It also means that with birdie, Sol can throw her hat back into the ring. She's the furthest from the pin note on 18 as she was fairway with the tee shot. also from some distance. Well, it's been a rather interesting 16 minutes or so, as nobody has gone out and really created the breathing room for themselves at the top of the table. Lee Dong-eun, with back-to-back bogeys, is now down in what has become a 5-player tie for second, with Lee So-young the leader at 13 under. Chi Han-sol is on pace for a 65 here in the final round. She is on 18 in that mix as well. This is the final round of the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open from Club 72. Plenty more still to come on this Championship Sunday on the LPGA Tour of Korea. back to work and time to push the reset button. Redone one. No doubt the rookie yips, they are to be expected. Chasing down your first win, always such a nerve-wracking thing to try and do. 5 hours is an incredibly long time to stay switched on, feeling the pressure. Slightly less of it now for Lee Jae-young, but my goodness, with still 3 holes to play and only 1 stroke behind, never say never. That tee shot probably brought her out of birdie range at 60, but we'll have 2 holes to try and bounce back on. You'd have to think that for Ji-hyun Sol, despite this being over 7 meters away, chance to stay in the fight for the win. She must make this putt. It is for birdie and a share of the lead, and she has 1 more. Ji-hyun Sol, 8 under in the final round, a 64. What an absolutely brilliant final round. 5 birdies on the back 9. She should be absolutely over the moon. Absolutely in with a chance. Though if she's to win, she'll probably need a playoff. Hey, that's what we had last year. Mata Som needed a playoff to defeat Chung So-hee. So Young just brought herself back into a range that's the top 10. It is a 67 final round, which is her best and no small feat of its own. So Young should have no issues with this. Sundays have a way of surprising. There was a so-called Sunday scaries on that putt. She was able to silence those doubts. That's the finish on 18, Kim Ga-young. She also was able to ending the round on a positive note. 6 under par. Clouds are starting to roll in. The rain will stay away, but we're about to lose these beautiful blue skies in the next hour or 2. Just as we are reaching the end. Juni, who is at the moment on pace for a 66, as she has vaulted herself up the leaderboard. Her way to a career best finish. So Jean to 12 under, she goes as well. Look at the beautiful landscape that surrounds this. Gets on, but is cut out for her on that putt for birdie. Sinaz from the gallery as he dug in his look at the birdie is not missed by very much. Sent to the back right corner of the green, and we'll have a decent look at it. I can tell you who does not have a decent look at the birdie. It's Kim Min-sun 7. The top of that salmon-colored shirt just sticking out a long way down from the sand trap. We weren't able to get a camera in there to really give us a clear understanding of the lie, but we knew that it was going to be tricky. It's just a 3-footer, but when you've made consecutive bogeys, it will feel like 30 until you see it and hear it go in the hole. She's found, her footing. All the players tied for the second best score. She has the most amount of golf still to play. Sun 7. Can she hole out and save the par? Wow. When she saw that ball head to the bunker, she never would have thought that par was possible here. And is able to avoid just the second bogey of the round with a remarkable recovery shot from off the green. She gets to pin high. Bit of a letdown to need one more tap. So we likely will need 2 here on 13, but let's see how she manages this birdie look. Plenty of speed until that last rise back towards the green, but to the side of a few short feet for her par. Second to last hole. Well, the 15th has been shortened today. The 17th has been lengthened to 385. Almost an identical yardage to number 7, which is 386. Young with a solid play with her driver. The shot tracer always has its work cut out for Lee So-young as she is another swooping drive and will arrive just before the rough. Solid effort. Jumi set up at 18. Here's the bunker and is about 7 meters away. Just about guaranteed a rookie title last week. He dug in a remarkable 310 points she made with her victory. 1566 to E. Duggan's 818 in that race. So because of that rather substantial payday, Joe went all the way up to 13th in the overall money list this season and 10th in the KLPGA points. Who leads that category had to withdraw from the open round with back complaints. Frustration from Macati because she felt that they had done the requisite prep. Distance is always so difficult to try and maintain. 2-putt par. And we head over to 50, and she won. Wasn't tempted to try and reach with driver. She just plays a simple iron. It's 2 under for the day, just outside of the top 10. Go! Scream the supporters from in behind the green. I'm sure it had a distance to reach, and it did. So that follows suit. Iron for her is a really tricky one. 153 meters with 2 bunkers defending the front of the green. And she finds one. She needs a birdie in these final 2 holes to get some separation with Chance, but she is in a huge spell of trouble. If she fails to clear the Sungi and Lee Dong-hyuk in this final group. Each your base moving to a tie for third. It's not for birdie, but it's a little short. Sumi, the amateur, the national team players. She said, you know what, why not? Let's give it a go. Par 4 playing like a par 3, certainly with the tailwinds. All the more reason to try, but she realizes why that it is a baiting challenge. Fantastic start to the tournament for her, but she has drifted away from the fight, and it is absolutely a fight in this final round, as we would hope it would be. Okay, again, she finished with a 68-2 back on that incredibly tricky, windy, and rainy first round. She is down for a tie for 18th, only 1 under through 13. We have 2 leaders at the top. Chi Han-sol is in the clubhouse with a 64 in the final round. Lee So-young is in the sand on the second to last hole. And then 5 players still winding their way through this back 9, including Lee Dong-hyun and No Sungi. We'll take a break and come back with more at Club 72. This is the final round of the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open. 20 minutes have come and gone. So Young found herself in an incredibly perilous position. Short and left with the green down into that sand trap, but somehow makes that first step in the up and down recovery look easy.
여기 걸렸어요. 벙커요. Perspective lets an opportunity slip, unfortunately for EJ Young, so does she. Zone 7. Unless this goes in the hole, title horse will be dashed. Give her credit. It's on the line for an eagle, but just left it a bit too little too late. Despite what would be a 66 with a birdie, it will not be enough. Trying to ensure she's in with a fighting chance, but she lips around and rolls out, and that will unofficially end her hopes at a win here as well. Shocker, that one. Just left it too short. The picture becomes clear. It is still, we understand full well that it is Lee Dungan's tournament to lose. Despite being one back, she has still 6 holes, including this one. Find a few birdies. The 3 bogeys have made it tighter than it perhaps ought to be. She has played this stretch in particular really well. Top birdie percentage of the tournament. Back yesterday, 13 and 14. Love to start best impression. Back then before yesterday. That is a huge putt for her. Some of the weight has fallen off the shoulders, but don't get us wrong, there's still a lot. Seeing the body language alone, the relief flowing through her now. So Young, she must make this to give herself a chance. She has not missed on a par save all week long. This might be the most impressive, though, from the bunker. She stays at a perfect 100%. So she'll head to the 54th and final hole, hoping that it is not in fact her final hole, but it is out of her hands at this point. Two for Juni on the approach. Only 11th in the rookie points this year, and she would absolutely grab onto the podium finish with both hands.
go to 18. Interesting to note that all tournament long, 16, 17, 18, this final stretch, all pars for Lee So-young. Yesterday's 2 birdies on the back 9 was her best of the week. She does her damage and certainly did some damage today as well in the front 9. Meters for Kim Min-sun 7. It would provisionally give her a top 3 finish. Tricky one. Break is almost non-existent, but it's deceptive. 66, far and away her best round of the tournament. She just, in terms of the overall grand scheme, that start to the tournament at 2 under was a bit much to try and overcome. And as Lee So-young and her group are on 18, we become more and more intrigued by what Lee Dong-young and Oh Seung-hee will do in the home stretch. Young with nothing to lose. Driver on par 4 and just about gets on the green. There's a little bit left at the end of the fairway. Only 1 under through 14 with birdies at 3, 5, 9, and 12. Bogeys at 10, 8, and 4. So Jean also here on hole number 18, needing a birdie for a chance, but one off. Judy, meanwhile, that would have been co-leads. Tournament hinging on that putt's chest. To be not her time for the main. For 11 under. Time for 8th position. Soon to be 21-year-old, her birthday next Monday. It is one of her best finishes of the season. Certainly it was the 11th Jeju Sumdasu Masters that tops the list of the 2024 campaign, where she finished tied for 7th. Second shot on the par 5. Would be our playoff hole if we need one. This is along. couple of weeks. A season best and a career best as she finishes with a 12 under tournament score. It's good for a tie for third. It's a tie for second if Lee So-young were to happen to bogey here, which would not expect her to do. Is this an ace? Reverberating from the tee ground. That is hardly a reaction. It's not what we want to see right now. Somebody just want a brand new car and we can't even find them. But we'll try to get a replay and find the celebrations because I'm sure that they are ensuing. A hole-in-one on hole 16. And in 14. Just fine getting onto the green, but not nearly as dramatic as the hole-in-one. I'm wondering if the camera operator who's responsible for a couple of holes in that corner was a little bit late to the tee. So much going on Sundays. So relish in the race. The celebration. It's in the hole. We promise we're not messing with you. Set that putter down. You're not going to need it, lady. I see what's in there. So many players, so many elite players that have played their whole lives and not do what she did just there. Here's the replay we've been after. Absolutely marvelous. And look how close that was to hugs for everyone. And for good reason. I think people might say, whenever we get the keys to that. Absolutely beautiful. Trying to sit down. up to 15. Never say never, but she would essentially luck in going to birdie out. So she can get back into her podium place. Returning to 18. Approach shot for EJ Young. Lands pin high and carries a bit further. That's about the spot where Jihan Sol had her birdie. Was a couple of feet away from an eagle with this very, very short par 4 fifth when she attacks it, gets a birdie, and moves up into the top 10 once again. Helping her along on 18. Good approach for So Young. That's 3 shots on the par 5. He needs that birdie to clear Jihan Sol. Par 4. Birdied hole number 14 and is now sharing the lead with Jihan Sol and Lee So Young. And when we come back, Lee So Young will wrap up her round. Lee Dong-eun, we will see her begin this exciting par 4 15th, and the excitement is aplenty. There's your defending champion, Matt Tasson. She is through 17, just outside of the top 10 with a formidable title defense. see what other magic 16 will have in store for us after that absolutely remarkable hole-in-one by Osumi. This is the OK Savings Bank OKMAN Open final round Sunday, with about an hour to go to determine a champion in this 23rd tournament of the season.
Certainly present on 15. Fails to escape early Gale just to short her first runs. Exciting run in this is a Young.
pars to wrap up the day. So Jihan Sol gets word that she missed, and she'll have to hang out on the putting green a little bit longer to stay warm. But all things equal, Nagasumi or Idan should have the time to win this thing. The odds got longer for Nosugi into the sand with a drive, trying to reach and perhaps set up an eagle, and then from the trap to the rough. Back-to-back birdies for the second time today, and you know that Idong saw that from the teeing ground 259 meters away. Accelerates. She birdies that from very, very close range. She will go into share for the runner-up position. The par 4 17th, a rather long par 4. So she won towards the back. So here's how things look, because the last 2 minutes have seen a lot of movement. Lee So-young misses a putt for birdie on 18 to finish with a 66. Lee Dong-eun is waiting on the tee of the incredibly exciting 259-meter par 4 15th. And on that very 15th hole, Nosugi just holed out from the rough to take sole possession of the lead. 3:04 p.m. local time in Cheonggu, and we are no closer to having the answer to the question, who is going to win this OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open? We are in for an exciting 30-minute sprint to the finish. This final hour, Sunday coverage of Sweden has not stopped smiling, and for good reason. A shot of her life just a few minutes ago with an ace on the par 3. It's not quite the shot of her life on 18, but it's a very, very impressionable birdie. She had a few of those today, don't you know? She won for birdie on 17. A bit too far back on the par 4. Tied for second position. And how about for Osumi, not just the ace, but the fact that tomorrow is her 16th birthday. So I think we figured out which car she's going to learn to drive on. Defending champion. 66 yesterday, put her back in the running to defend her title. A lot of people around here have made a heck of a lot of moves. She and Salt will soon have a fair amount of company. Putting range. One back, and it needs a stumble. No Suni. Let's see signs or suggestions that that's going to happen, but it's better to be warm and stay warm than have to scramble to get ready to go again. She's not going to hold out from there, but it is anything but a stable and secure lead. tournament thus far. She's just outside of the top 10. Just identifying the break points. Try and land it. And Rosie So Young is taking the load off in the clubhouse.
Social media followers, it's important. Let's see what November can muster up. Eagle gives her the lead. Anything close gives her a chance to do a share of it. 2-meter putt with some right to left break. Right to tap in. She's put well this weekend. Feel as though she's got a chance to pull over there. Absolutely on the way up. Stop ball. Sunset. Difficult to get up and down from down the hill, but one that can still be made. She on 17, and she finds herself in the aforementioned bunker that He's So Young and Keeping Sun 7 had shared. She's still stuck in the from day down 15 position, starting day tie for 6th. Towards the finish as well. Jackson lost in a playoff after a breathtaking final round last year. She was very much in the hunt once again here today, but to build the momentum off her 63 is she's good for a par. She is a that would be a putt for a 72 in the final round. Attempted birdie. Approaches
this par 4. Go. Well, she was momentarily in the lead. It's her second bogey today, 1 in 16 now. So it's at the moment a 5-way tie for the top. So there's only 2 bothers. Right now. Jada, 71 in the final round. She certainly was hovering around top spots. In the opener. Start to break, and it does so, but it loses its speed the final few revolutions before the hole. J. Rim 72 even par, tied for 30th. Shots, and that's all she wrote for the day and for the tournament. Also tied for 30th at that 7-under score. She joins her group mates at the edge of the 18th fairway. 15 years old, a national team player. That's where Duggan had been not too long ago. The second flight here in the KLPGA, representing her country to being in the hunt for a win. It has admittedly been something of a underwhelming final round for Bak Young. She knows that full well. Scored the best on the par fours this week.
아니 왠지 그래서 민성 언니 떨어지고 저 떨어지고
Jesus is in a break. She's gonna go back out there.
한번 지용이네.
Wants the energy to try and conquer.
오늘 왕따 열렸어요?
언니 요즘 안 그래.
뭔가?
Those are two of the top five, all at 13 under. Lee Dungin, tee shot at 16, off the green. No Sumi in the fairway on 17. And we will head right back out to these final few holes. We are playing the Sky Course of Club 72. It's the 23rd event of the season. We'll be back with more of the KLPGA Tour.
막 이렇게 잘 켜지지.
Disappointing sights as we return to these closing stages. Dungen, a bogey on 16, third bogey, the rookie of the back nine. The pressure of chasing first ever victory is starting to really pile up. She now trails Mosumi, co-leader. 170 meters, the second shot on the long par 4. Needs this 5-wood to be accurate. And she is going to cover it off, playing into the wind as well. Will arrive on the front side of the green. Dramatic turn in the last 60 seconds or so. Dungen is back down to even after 16 holes. Nosumi also bogeying the par 3. So she shares that top spot with Chihenso, So-jin, and Lee So-young. She's on the green and putting on 17. Just needs 1 to clear the pack. Lee Dungen needs 2 as she is down in a tie for 5th with Kim Min-sun 7 and fellow rookie Lee Juni. the tee of the 17th. With another bogey. The confidence and the mentality is rattled. You can understand it, surely, the pressure she must be feeling. Look at the first 36 holes of the tournament. A bogey in round 1 and 2, both in the back 9. Here today, horrible, including the second hole of the round. She won, who was 3 under. She started the day tied for 6th. Finish, but she probably wasn't expecting to need to stay around. Also Reed with a brilliant final day. Last chance at a birdie, taking her to a tie for 3rd and 5th. This will be part of the championship ceremony. Low amateur when she finishes out. Final putt. 15 years of age, pretty remarkable how bright of a future she has in this sport and on this tour. High highs to balance out to mid-September Sunday on the KLPGA Tour. Approach for Bunker G. Controls her own fate here, Nosumi. We've seen her make some improbable hole outs today already. This would be near the top of the list. The priority becomes making that par putt. Bringing it on 18, bringing it on par 5. Here we go. It's the necessary adjustments to deal with the wind. Suji for the early stages of this round. She was very much in the hunt. Penultimate hole only. One shot under par. Very clutch putts to second to last. Up to a tie for 13th. She struggled with bogeys on the back nine as well. Something to celebrate. Frustrated instead. Sungi had to have that par. She's no stranger to the pressures of a final round Sunday. The Korea Women's Open Golf champion here in 2024, looking for her second win of her career and of the season. Celebrating. She finishes with the birdie, 73, tied for 29 at 7 under. Third to last group. And so he waits for everyone to vacate the green before playing an iron shot that she'll hope will get her good and close. Precisely what she's done. We'll have a downhill putt for birdie next. Out for a done in. Three-way tie for 5th. End of the rough just before the bunker here on 17. She's going to need something bordering on miraculous with this setup shot. Low ball flight hit with speed, and she's going to need it. She knew that if she cleared the green, she would have been in a good spot, but the risk of being short is cost her this tournament. One follows that tight corridor to the right of the pin with the pin high approach. Birdie here puts her in the driver's seat.
Shot.
너 스트레칭 했어 안 했어? 저 언니 민수이 오빠 괜찮게 안 했어. 너 나는 나 혼자 지금 1시간이 더 됐다니까 너네보다. 막혀 이제 막 줘.
High pitch ball from the rough at 17. Climb back up onto the green. Just any average Sunday. Down from the rough to keep herself in with a fighting chance. Look at the side. Missed that putt, it was over. Stepping up in the clutch, but now she must go out and birdie 18. She did it
on Friday. Asked to find the same joy today. So to 9 under, but is unable to handle that left to right break. Taking a bite out with the second shot. She goes to the extreme right side of the fairway. Jan 2 follows suit. Save apart here on the 17th green. Little tap, just short. Par save. Down, just the one to go. So maybe, just maybe, there's a little less pressure. Not much, but less. It's out of her hands, no Sumi is able to make that birdie. Just to keep herself available just in case. So much of their lives together, it's almost unfathomable. 3 or 4 rounds of competition, a lot of pro-am events, a lot of practice days. They're quite literally family. Balances out the bogeys on the back 9 with the birdie she had. She finishes with a 69 in the 3rd and final round. It's 10 under for the tournament. Beyond respectable score. Bigger than this. That's the question. Maybe she says. Has not birdied 18 yet this week. Provisionally to give her the win. Percentage for this week, 14 over. There it is. You can still technically do tops, though it's going to be almost impossible. 35 on the way, 32 on the way, and that's factoring in 2 bogeys as well. Open Golf Championship all the way back in June, and it looks like Mosumi is about to step to the top of the podium once again. Young will need to eagle to keep herself alive. She would have heard the cheers from down there on the green, and she risked it. Trying to go and push for the win, but those difficult lessons to learn as a rookie, just how hard it is to win.
언니 부를까요?
So we had to
435,
learn them.
345, 434.
Took her a long time
네네.
to finally get that
9번.
first. Think back to 2023 when we were so close with a runner-up finish. No podiums in 2022 either, just the one top 10, but this sport is a lifelong journey, a lifelong process. Patience always pays off. Sometimes it can feel expedited with the young stars that just seem to get younger and younger, these teenagers and low 20-something athletes that are well beyond their years. But everyone's path is different, and this will be one that stings, of course. She'll be back. Her day, wasn't her week. So the sound scorecard, like we just heard, that Udana's sent it, if not in the hazard, very, very close, and that's mathematically, it's the last hurdle to clear. But she knows now she had to scratch and plow for it. Well deserved. 23-year-olds. The last thing we wants to do at this point is spend time in the tall grass searching for a ball that is a pretty low feeling.
여기는 어차피 여기서 저기 동시설 정도를 지금 전기가 아니라서 앉아 있어야 되죠?
now Lee Dungan is wondering if she's going to have to go back to spot for a drop. There have been at least 6 pairs of eyes searching for that ball. Okay, June and Chung So-Lee are patiently waiting on the 18th green.
맞아요. 지난해 봤어요. 네, 인플레이블입니다.
네, 감사합니다.
Drop is made. Is taken and now it switches, unfortunately, to a bit of damage control. Today, well, if she carried on that 66, 66, 66 trend that she was together, she would have tied that record. So, something in the parallel universe. She's not going to enjoy the commiserations offered.
OK저축은행 읍내로픈의 파이널 라운드.
Now that everyone's on the green, the announcements can be made, and now that the penalty and the shot was taken, it's official. Has won the OKMAN Open.
먼저 노란 통닭 소속의 정소희 프로를 소개합니다.
Congratulations, of course.
다음으로 하나투세 소속의 박혜준 프로입니다. 자, 오늘 챔피언쇼에서 플레이를 하면서 다 보이는 선수가 있죠.
Highlights, final leaderboards, and interview.
마지막으로 SBI저축은행 소속의 이동은 프로입니다.
Spare thoughts and feel free, Donald. Especially after what we enjoyed last week. I can do this. The evidence is right there.
거기 아저씨.
Chance for a highlight reel finish. Wasting time tapping in that par. 69, 66, and a 72 is the total to take. That is tied with the 2023 champ, Mata Song. 19th position. Also, credit the bravery from her to go out and attack. 18-18, but sometimes making fun of her can be a curse as much as it can be a blessing. What you have to do is to take this shot. Otherwise, try and take. So today, she'll be disappointed with how quiet it was and how few of those birdies there were. That was it from the 68s that made the cut of 120. For some time, but now that they're done,
파이널 라운드까지 최선을 다한 선수에게
announcement of
아낌없는
a
박수
two-time
부탁드리겠습니다.
champion now.
자, 오케이 득점을 이끈 오늘의 우승자는 노송이 프로입니다. 여러분,
Yes.
박수로
Red and hot this week, and consistency something to marvel at. 67, 68, 67. My goodness, did she beat that 202nd and final shot?
우승을 차지했습니다. 진심으로
To win it all, the champion of the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open 2024 is no
여러분께서는 시상식까지 끝까지 함께해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
award ceremony is prepared. Look at the putts that's ended up being worth $144 million. To the wings and pins. Flights that can hit the cup. So become a two-time winner of the season. Champion this feather to her cap as well. Well, she's known for some time she was going to win. Scorecard's already signed. And she will momentarily join our SBS Golf commentators for a word for our Korean audience on what has been going through her mind these last 20, 25 minutes. This is how the final leaderboard looks. No Seung-hee with a 67 in this final round. Ji-Han Sol a marvelous 64, but comes just short. 66s for Seo Jin and Lee So-young. Kim Min-sun 7 and Lee Juni tied for 5th with 12 underscores. Tied for 7th, Lee Ju-mi and Kang Chae-yeon. And unfortunately, and somewhat surprisingly, Lee Dong-eun drops to the second page of the leaderboard.
네,
with
안녕하세요.
73 in the final round. Let's go greenside with our champion.
정말 상상하지도 않게 이렇게 2승이 생각보다 빨리 찾아와서 1승 했을 때만큼 얼떨더라고. 되게 실감이 안 나요. 일단 저는 장타자가 아니기 때문에 코스 전장이 굉장히 길게 느껴졌는데 그래서 저의 장기인 아이언샷을 좀 더 집중해서 플레이하려고 노력했고 또 그게 잘 맞아 떨어져서 이렇게 우승할 수 있었던 것 같아요. 잠시만. 몇 번홀에서요? 네. 일단 15번 홀에서 오늘은 티박스가 좀 앞으로 당겨져서 원온 트라이를 할 수 있는 홀이었는데 거기서 원온 트라이를 하고 티샷도 굉장히 잘 맞아서 이제 공 쪽으로 갔는데 공이 벙커에 엄청 깊이 박혀 있더라고요. 그래서 와 이걸 어떻게 해야 하나 하고 그냥 탈출만 한다는 마음으로 진짜 세게 쳤는데 그게 다행히 공이 탈출이 됐고 또 거기서 좀 침착하게 파세이브로 연결하려고 했는데 그게 운 좋게 또 치핀 버디가 되어서 그 홀이 가장 기억에 남는 것 같아요. 네, 알고 있었어요. 일단 마지막 홀이 파5 홀이어서 버디를 할 수 있는 확률은 높았지만 저도 긴장이 좀 되더라고요, 마지막 홀에는. 그래서 일단 버디 트라이를 최대한 해보고 안 되면은 파로 마무리를 해서 연장까지 간다는 생각으로 좀 편안하게 플레이하려고 했는데 그게 이제 네 번째 샷에서 좀 잘 맞아 떨어져서 네, 버디를 할 수 있었어요. 일단 1승을 하고 난 후에 성적이 엄청 좋지가 않았어서 2승을 또 할 수 있을까라는 생각이 들었었는데 이렇게 2승까지 하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고 이제는 3승까지 노려보겠습니다. 다음 주도 이제 대회가 있어서 특별한 계획은 없었는데 일단 이렇게 추석 명절 전에 우승으로 팬분들과 가족들한테 좋은 선물을 안겨준 것 같아서 너무 기뻐요. 골프 팬 여러분 안녕하세요. 이렇게 추석 명절을 맞이해서 제가 우승을 하게 되었는데 응원 많이 해주셔서 감사하고 또 즐거운 추석 연휴 보내시길 바랄게요. 감사합니다. 네, 감사합니다. 네.
Well, certainly not quite as emotional as it had been. And understandably so back in June. She's a veteran now, a seasoned veteran. I can tell you, it does not matter how many times you win a tournament. There's something about it that always feels like the first, that literal, intangible feeling of triumph and how hard you have to get there. We'll certainly see lots of No Soon-Yi in our final round highlights. We will also see lots of Lee So-young, especially on this front where she was absolutely dialed in from jump. She screamed up the leaderboard, much like those race cars the broadcast. That seems a fitting analogy. It would be 5 birdies for her in the front 9, going out with a remarkable 31.
it certainly raised the bar for what it was going to take today. And Lee Do-young, she did not start very well. It is as simple as that. She made it harder than it needed to be on many occasions. And it was a opening bogey on number 2. It would be the first of 5 for her in the chase today. But she was able to recover really well. And that was the first test for her on this mid-September Sunday with all of the pressure mounting she wanted so desperately to win this tournament. The birdies weren't as free-flowing as they had been earlier in the week. Lee So-young, though, well, they were free-flowing for her. We told you about that 31. This was the last of the lot on the 137-meter par 3. Dropped that in to just about the perfect spot over the fringe. She would tap in from there. 4 is where we want to head next, because that is where No Seung-hee would have her first birdie of the day. She had the bogey at the very beginning and was able to get back to even at that stage. This on 10, and it was Lee So-young picking up where she left off. So you figure 10 holes and 7 birdies. It was absolutely her tournament to lose, but the birdie well ran dry from there. I can absolutely call this the shot of the day. For Lee Do-young, it was on number 7. The size of the leaderboard, you can't even say in the bottom right corner of the screen, on the right side of the screen, because that is how many players are in and around that 13 under mark. It was an absolute peloton. Felt at times more like a Tour de France than a golf tournament, but it would eventually start to whittle down. Duggan was there until the very end. This was on 8 after she had that brilliant approach shot. She put this in nice and close. Would roll out for the birdie. We'd go to 12 next. It was over at 12 that Soa Jean would have her second of 5 birds in the back 9. This from Ji Han-sol as she was showing no signs of slowing down on 16. Birdie at the par 3, and would have one final one, which we'll get to in a moment. You want to stay early in the back 9 for now. Back to back for No Seung-hee to begin the back 9. She would do that again on 14 and 15. As she was starting to pile them all together, it was Lee So-young struggling. It was not a struggle for Soa Jean, who was probably the most unassuming player of this final round, coming not quite out of nowhere, but really putting together an impressive back 9. This is where the wheels started to quiver before truly falling off on 11. Back-to-back bogeys would drop her to 12 under par, but very much right there. That's from Ji Han-sol at the last. And honestly, this plant's about 90 minutes ago now. Kind of hard to believe, but she was not in any of the final 4 or 5 groupings. An absolute number today. 33 and 31 for a 64, the daily low. And until the very end, she was absolutely in the hunt. This was an important hole for Lee Do-young. It would end up being her final birdie of the day, 13. And those were the types of shots, those were the types of approaches we became accustomed to seeing from her. And then this, it's not the shot of the day because we had an ace, but in terms of the stakes and what it meant at the time, it is right up there. Lee So-young trying to keep herself within grasp. It was then from Ji Han-sol out of the sand in a really wide, uncomfortable stance, back foot at the lip of the bunker, front foot in it. She'd go up and down to save the par. Meanwhile, at 14, No Sumi with one of her 3 final birdies. But it wasn't without drama. The 16 giveth and the 16th taketh away. But how about this for Sumi? She's 15 years old. Her 16th birthday is tomorrow. And she just won a brand new car. I think Mom and Dad will be very happy. Certainly. Thank you for all the lessons and driving me across the country for tournaments. Here's a brand new Toyota Corolla. Her high of the day. That's what I didn't have to think. It was So Young where she unofficially lost the tournament because she needed one more birdie. Certainly with shots like this. No Sumi from the fringe. This was the par 4 that was dropped to 259 meters today. Daring players to go out and attack. No Sumi drilled the tee shot into the sand, and that's as far as she got out of it with her second. She pulled out from there. Absolutely brilliant to put herself on top of the board. We saw some really good approaches on 18, even with the blustery conditions. So G was 7th birdie on the day, just the one blemish at 9. She finished as a joint runner-up. As mentioned, 16th giveth and 16th taketh away. No Sumi after that hole out, teed off on the par 3 and went a long way down the hill. It was not an easy recovery from there. She would attempt to get up, but way too much carry. And it would take her to about 5.5, 6 meters away. It became a par save, and the stakes on that putt were incredibly high. She would end up dropping a shot. And then she was in a bit of trouble as well on 17. However, she would get about half the way there and had to really work for it to save the par. 17, by the way, played incredibly difficult today. Kim Soo-ji and Iga Young, from my recollection, the only ones all day long to birdie it. Some trouble as well off the tee for Iga Young, but a moment that she will look back and think, that's where it got away. And at that point, she was in something of a pressure spiral, missing the green again on the approach. You can see from the body language she was dejected, but a wave of relief here with this putt to save a par, giving herself the slimmest of chances. And then when we go to 18, you can say a series of shots we've seen a few times now. Touch on the green, the wind at her back, gets it to stop pinning. Soa-ji, Jihan So, and So Young watching on. It's about a meter and a half uphill, wedging it between the pin and the cup, and it would be the shot to win it because of this. The second on the par 5. Lee Dong-un would have heard those cheers to know that the birdie was made. Said, I have to reach. I got to get as far as I can down the fairway. Eagle is my last chance. She would have to take a penalty stroke because she lost it in the tall grass. Trying to save a par. Just short, so she would end up finishing 3 off the championship winning score. As No Sumi is ready to walk across the carpet for the second time on the 18th green.
회장님 참석하셨습니다.
The award ceremony begins. Let's listen and watch it.
감사합니다. 다음으로 OK금융그룹 김인환 부회장님 참석하셨습니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 OK저축은행 정기로 대표님 참석하셨습니다. 다음으로 OK홀딩스 신상동 대표님 참석하셨습니다. 다음으로 KLPGA 이영미 대표이사님을 소개합니다. 마지막으로 클럽 72 이학인 대표님 참석하셨습니다.
자, 본격적인 시상식 진행에 앞서 장학기금을 전달하는 뜻깊은 시간을 먼저 갖도록 하겠습니다. OK금융그룹은 지난 2002년 회장님 부모님의 이름을 따서 공익법인인 OK 배정 장학재단을 설립해서 스포츠뿐만 아니라 다양한 분야의 인재를 발굴하기 위해 장학금을 지급하는 의미 있는 사업을 펼치고 있는데요. 특히 대한민국 여자 골프의 미래인 유망주들을 위해서 2015년부터 골프 장학 사업을 시작하였고 올해로 벌써 9번째 해를 맞이하게 되었습니다. 장학기금의 주인공인 OK 골프 장학생 9기 오늘 박서진, 홍수민 선수가 대표로 장학증서를 수여받겠습니다. 네, 박서진, 홍수민 선수를 따뜻한 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 전달에는 OK저축은행 정기로 대표님께서 직접 수고해 주시겠습니다. 네, OK저축은행 정기로 대표님께서 대표로 장학증서를 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 다시 한번 축하의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 가운데서 기념 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
놔두세요.
네, 감사합니다. 뜻깊은 장학증서 전달에 감사드립니다. 두 선수는 다시 자리해 주시기 바랍니다. 여러분 따뜻한 박수 한 번 더 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, OK골프 장학생 9기 박서진, 홍수민 선수 앞으로 멋진 활약 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, OK저축은행 은퇴 본격적인 시상식을 시작하겠습니다. 오늘 시상은 특별상과 우승자 시상 순으로 진행됩니다. 먼저 홀인원 시상이 있겠습니다. 자, 이번 대회 홀인원은 총 5군데 상품이 걸려 있었는데요. 그중 효성 토요타 크라운 HEV 차량이 준비되어 있던 16번 홀에서 행운의 홀인원이 나왔습니다. 아마 현장에서 보신 분도 계시고 또 중계를 통해서 저도 직접 보고 깜짝 놀랐는데요. 바로 한번 홀인원의 주인공을 모셔보겠습니다. 16번 홀에서 행운의 홀인원을 맞이한 오수민 선수 축하드립니다. 네, 여러분 뜨거운 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 자, 수능 72의 이학인 대표님께서 시상을 도와주시겠습니다. 자, 오수민 선수에게는 효성 토요타 크라운 HEV 약 6천만 원 상당의 자동차가 수여됩니다. 축하드립니다. 팔기 출신인 오수민 선수 굉장히 의미 있는 또 오늘 홀인원 시상을 하게 되었는데요. 다시 한번 축하드리고요. 오수민 선수는 저희가 들여보낼 수가 없습니다. 이유가 있는데요. 이어서 다음 시상도 함께 해야 합니다. 이어서 아마추어 1위 시상이 있겠습니다. 아마추어 1위는 대회에 참가한 아마추어 중 본선에 진출해서 가장 좋은 성적을 낸 선수에게 전달하는 상인데요. OK금융그룹 최윤 회장님께서 직접 시상해 주시겠습니다. 네, 오수민 선수 올해 홀인원이 타고 또 아마추어 1위까지 수상을 했는데요. 아마추어 1위를 기록한 오수민 선수, 우리 회장님께서 기쁜 마음으로 트로피와 축하의 꽃다발을 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분 따뜻한 박수로 축하해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, OK 배정 장학재단 이사장을 맡고 계신 최윤 회장님께서 직접 수여를 해주셔서 더욱더 의미가 있었고요. 이렇게 오수민 선수 오늘 행운의 홀인원과 함께 아마추어 1위 시상까지 하게 되었습니다. 수상을 진심으로 축하드립니다. 네, 감사합니다. 앞으로 더욱 발전해서 한국골프의 미래가 되어줄 오수민 선수 다시 한번 축하드리고요. 최윤 회장님께서는 다음 시상을 위해서 함께 해주시기 바랍니다. 자, 이제 드디어 오늘의 주인공 우승자 시상을 진행하겠습니다. OK저축은행 은맨 오픈 영예의 주인공을 호명하겠습니다. 3라운드 토탈 14언더 202타를 기록한 노승희 프로 축하드립니다. 네, 오늘 귀여운 팬과 함께 손을 잡고 등장하고 있는 노승희 프로인데요. 와, 정말 오늘 선두권 치열하고 뜨거웠던 순위 경쟁이 있었습니다. 그 와중에 최고의 기량으로 7부분에서 멋진 버디 펌프를 성공하면서 우승자가 되었는데요. 노승희 프로 축하드리고요. 자, 오케이 우승자에게는 우승 상금 1억 4,400만 원과 우승 자켓, 우승 트로피, 꽃다발, 우승자 부장도 프린트 주얼리 세트가 모두 수여됩니다. 먼저 최윤 회장님께서 우승 자켓을 직접 수여해 주시겠습니다. 네, 조승희 프로 오늘 핑크색 의상과 또 레드 컬러의 빨간 우승 자켓이 잘 어울리는데요. 축하드립니다. OK금융그룹 최윤 회장님과 사진 촬영 진행하겠습니다. 네, 센스 있게 오케이 표시를 해주셨네요. 네, 감사합니다. 최 회장님 자리로 모시겠습니다. 이어서 OK금융그룹 김인환 부회장님께서 우승 트로피를 직접 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 여러분 우승 트로피가 수여될 때 다시 한번 뜨거운 축하의 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 우승 트로피를 들으니 우승이 보여준 실감이 날 것 같은데요. 이어서 OK저축은행 정기로 대표님을 자리로 모시고 시상 수표를 수여하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 우승자인 노승희 프로 1억 4,400만 원의 주인공이 됩니다. 축하드립니다. 감사합니다. 사진 촬영 마무리 짓도록 하겠습니다. 다음으로는 OK홀딩스 심상돈 대표님께서 우승자 부상인 클림트 주얼리 세트를 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 오늘 우승 상금, 트로피, 우승 자켓 이어서 클림트 주얼리 세트까지 받게 되는 노승희 프로 축하드립니다. 네, 다음번에 노승희 프로가 예쁘게 착용하고 있는 모습을 기대해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 이제 마지막으로 KLPGA 이영미 대표이사님께서 축하하는 마음을 담아 꽃다발을 끝으로 안겨주시겠습니다. 네, 이영희 대표님께서 직접 전달해 주십니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 사진 촬영 진행하겠습니다.
놔주세요.
네, 감사합니다.
Quite literally all the flowers for No Seung-hee as the winner of the OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open, the 13th anniversary playing of this tournament. Well, we know full well that we are getting into the stretch of the season here on the KLPGA Tour, and we're not going to slow down now, will we? We have 8 events in the lead up to the WeMix Championship, and next up we will head to Paju-shi up in the Gyeonggi-do province for the Taebo House D Open from Sowon Valley. Park Ju-young, the defending champion, 108 players in the field, 1 billion won up for grabs, and it all gets underway on Friday. 54 more holes of stroke play to come. Just the 4th playing of the tournament. We'll see if Hong Min-ji or Sung Yeon could defend their title, or add a second, I should say. Park Ju-young trying to defend hers when we get into the mountains next week. Our sincere thanks to you for joining us for this OK Savings Bank OK MAN Open. It has been a sincere pleasure for you, and absolutely elated that the weather, the good weather, came around for the Saturday and Sunday rounds. On behalf of our entire SBS Golf crew, my name is Adam Jenkins. A pleasure as always to be one of the English voices of this brilliant tour, and our congratulations to No Seung-hee for taking home the title with a very impressive finish to the event. We will leave you with some of the best sights and sounds, including the brand new jacket and trophy that No Seung-hee can add to the cabinet to go along with a major title from earlier in the season. So long, everyone. This is us signing off from the Club 72 Sky Course in Cheonggu in Incheon, and a warm invitation to join us once again on Friday for the Taebo House D Open. Enjoy the rest of your weekends and enjoy some of our favorites.
어디? 너.